On the 31st of May, I lost my phone. Yep, I misplaced my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and it was totally my fault. I was in town using the little e-scooters that's commercially available in our city, VOIs. You know, you could just get a scooter and start and stop a trip from the app. I was just moving around the city testing out a new lens that I just got that I'm making a review for. Because the phone that I used to start and stop the trip is different from the phone I was using for navigation, which is the Samsung, I put the Samsung on the scooter to use it as maps, right? To move around from point A to point B. And on one of those stops, I just parked the scooter, I stopped the trip, and I forgot to take out the Samsung, which is totally a result of carelessness on my part. I was on a phone call, I was distracted, I had my AirPods on, and whatever. Anyways, after a few minutes, I remembered that I didn't take out my Samsung, and I walked back to where I parked the scooter. You know, it's the middle of the town, it's busy. The rest is history that I am not willing to bug you about. I immediately tried to call the number that was on the phone, which is my second line, and it wasn't ringing. I wasn't quite sure if the phone had gone off at the time or someone had taken out the phone and turned it off. Whatever. I went to the Samsung website to use a find service to see if I could locate my Samsung, but it wasn't working quite as I would expect it. Sometimes it would say the phone is right here, it was detected by another smartphone, and so on and so forth. Even right now, if I log in, I can still see where the phone is supposed to be, but it just keeps jumping up and down. I went to the address, I tried to reach out to the people there. Everyone said they haven't seen something like that. No one picked up a phone, whatever. Anyways, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, I've had it for a few years. I still got my old pictures in there. I've got 2 SIM cards in there. It's a dual SIM phone. One is a local SIM and the other one is an international SIM. With the local SIM, it's kind of easy because I can just buy a new SIM card and do a SIM swap, right? With the international SIM, I cannot get a SIM swap for that until I travel to my home country. So that's tough. Now, though this is a very heartbreaking thing for me, it hurts me that I've lost all of those files, those photographs and things that I can't even think of right now, until maybe at a later point I'll remember that, oh, there's certain things that were here that I can't get anymore. I just had to go back to my old iPhone, the iPhone 8 that I've had. I stopped using it for a bit because, yeah, it's been around for a while. I've had it for time, 256 gigabytes. The battery health had deteriorated like way below 70%. If you charge it in the morning, you're not using it to the end of the day, it goes off probably around 3-4 p.m. The battery was really bad, and the phone wouldn't even stay on past 10%. When it gets to like 10%, 9%, it goes off. And if you know, the iPhone 8s come with 1,821 milliamp battery. That's a really small battery by today's standards, and I just figured if I could get a SIM swap for my local SIM and just put it back in there, you know, continue my life and say goodbye to Androids. I mean, at least Android smartphones, because right now I can really tell if it was an iPhone, at least I'll get some stuff back via iCloud, or I'll just, you know, be able to track it better using the Find My. It's like pinpoint accuracy with iPhone tracking. So although the loss is totally my fault, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Android smartphones. I don't even know if maybe the Samsung Find service working in that way is because the phone in question was really old, or that's just how it is in general. But I think the way iPhone tracking works is way better than Samsung. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's just how my experience went. Anyways, back to the iPhone 8 story. So my iPhone 8 battery is crazy low, it's bad, the battery health is terrible, and if I'm going to use a smartphone, I need to do something about the battery. If I go to a local repair store, they'll charge me a pretty penny for it. If I take it to the Apple store, they'll charge me an even prettier penny for it. So I go on Amazon and I search for replacement batteries. If you remember, iPhone started displaying third-party battery warning messages from around the iPhone 10, iPhone XS downwards. So these old iPhones, the 8s, the 7s, the 6Ss, they belong to the previous generation that didn't have the warning just yet. So I know if I replace a battery on an iPhone 8, I won't get the third-party battery warning, you know. And yeah, I found this battery pack on Amazon. It was just for £20 and it promised to give 6,500 milliamps of power as compared to the 1,821 that the iPhone 8 has. I mean, it looks too good to be true. And I looked at the comments, I looked at the reviews. Everyone said it worked. Yeah, they said they liked it. So I bought it. Only £20. It arrived the next day. It came in a nice little pack. I've thrown the pack away now, but probably put a picture up on the screen right now. And it has everything that you need. Came with tweezers, came with a screwdriver and a guitar pick type tool. Something else that can help you, a sponger tool. Came with a a little suction cup to pull out the screen. Obviously, you can find lots of tutorials on YouTube on how to replace your screen. So I just looked at those ones. I saw what to do, what not to do, open the phone, pull the suction. The only thing that this pack doesn't come with is a heat gun, which obviously you don't expect to come with a heat gun. I don't have a heat gun, so I used a hair dryer that's here at the house. I used to hit a hair dryer to heat up the screen to a reasonably high temperature. Take out the two screens beforehand, heat up the screen, use a suction cup, pull out the screen carefully, you know, just lay it back. Like, I mean, this is not a tutorial, I'm just telling you what I did, right? You can go on YouTube and find these tutorials. I replaced the screen the battery successfully, and for the past few days the battery has been working pretty fine. When I charge it full now, it works a whole day. Now, if on paper this battery is actually 6,500 mAh, that means that this iPhone 8 now has more battery capacity than the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is Apple's largest battery capacity iPhone right now. It's bigger than my iPhone 15 Pro battery, and this would just make it a whole beast of a smartphone right now. And yeah, I still got my 15 Pro, but looking at it, I'm thinking my SIM swap is completed. I put it back in here. I can use it to make calls, do whatever I do. My speakers are still functional. Everything is good. And for some reason, I still find it very, very convenient using Touch ID as compared to Face ID with certain use cases. The reason I'm making this video is it's kind of like weird that it took a loss for me to find out that maybe we really don't need to upgrade every year. If you've got an old iPhone lying around, yeah, it's totally okay. Just go ahead and change the battery, change the screen, whatever, and you'll enjoy your smartphone. These phones are really built to last. We really don't need the new smartphone every year. The 120 Hz screen that the Pro iPhones promise are not noticeable by the average user. If you're not playing games on your smartphone, you probably won't notice the 120 Hz refresh rate. 60 Hz, 90 Hz, I think 90 Hz would be a sweet spot, but 60 Hz iPhone, now this is not me saying 60 Hz is fine, or I'm not trying to encourage Apple to keep putting 60 Hz on screens. I'm just telling you, if you got an old iPhone, your 60 Hz screen is not going to hurt you. The increase in backlight brightness is not that noticeable in everyday use. So with my iPhone 8 right now, I mean, it's a real eye-opener for me. It's replaced my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and it's my second phone now for other things. Yo, guys, be careful out there. Don't misplace your smartphones. Don't be like me. That's a terrible thing to do. I haven't lost a smartphone in over 10 years. Anyways, that was just a short little lesson. So far, the iPhone 8 is not swelling up or heating up or doing anything crazy. It's working as normal, no warning messages. If you've got a similar situation, let me know in the comments. If you've got questions, let me know in the comments, and check out my other videos where I talk about other different tech stuff. I'll catch you again on the next one. Peace.